Hey, what are you doing over there? The show started.
Be like 40 something looking back at this and then wondering.
I'm gonna look back and either it's gonna be like a real good memory. Don't make this awkward. I just said Alright.
Let's get down to business.
So I'm your host Shreyas,
And I'm your host Siddharth.
and we present to you College Unfiltered Opinions.
Great, okay.
So before we start, Siddharth, by the way, you killed the intro music.
Thank you so much. I was going for like a very chill vibe. I think I nailed it. I think.
Okay. Actually, what I realized when I heard the sample recording is when you talk normally, but now I'm very conscious about my accent pronunciation. I don't want to put up a fake accent, but still.
Right. Nah, same. I like now. Normally my voice is a lot higher than this, but now that we're all like recording and chill.
Oh,
this
so
is,
we
like,
are all on our
yeah, we're all on our
Matthew McConaughey voices.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, listeners, lay back and relax.
Yeah, right.
So it's finally happening, Sid.
It is indeed finally happening, Shreyas.
We've been planning this from December.
December of 2020.
Yeah, I guess it's been 9 months.
This is basically our baby at this point. we conceived it 9 months ago and now it's finally out.
Actually, our setup is pretty cool, even for our first episode. But my big thing was having a handheld mic.
Right. Shreyas was actually very, very particular about having a handheld mic. Like, I can see why now because it's...
Yeah, it gives you like a physical aspect. You hold the mic and it gives you like the weight distribution is good.
Right. It feels a lot more like like you're talking to a bunch of people
Yes.
versus,
Yes.
just like really calm.
And
podcast
you're
voice.
more, I guess you're more invested.
Exactly. As in, yeah, when you're recording, you're a lot more invested.
Okay.
Because again, it feels like you're speaking to a crowd in terms of like the way you comport yourself. Okay, Shreyas, so how did this podcast come into being?
Actually, I consider ourselves very brave because we are putting our thoughts, our teenage thoughts, on the internet
Right.
forever.
Exactly. Dude, yeah, we're going to be like 40 something looking back at this
Yeah, we're
and
gonna look
wondering.
back at this. Either it's gonna be like a real good memories or
Yeah, we're
pure
going to
regret.
cringe very badly. I think it's the latter, but
Yeah, let's see.
life's funny sometimes.
Yeah, so basically, why we chose a podcast over the typical YouTube, having a YouTube channel and videos is because we're lazy.
Pretty much, yeah.
And yeah, like when you have a video aspect to it, there are like many variables. Editing takes time, lighting,
Right.
and you have to take care of, as I said, editing,
Right.
stuff like that. But podcast, connect the mic.
Yeah, that's what
Turn
it's. There's also like you have to have a lot more physical personality about you because like with a podcast
we
you
don't
can kind
have
of like
any.
we have zero personality, mate. Yeah, that's pretty much the main reason we picked podcast over YouTube.
Yeah, and one more major point on podcasts
Mhm.
is that the guy who's listening don't have to be invested totally into what you're saying. Like
Right,
when
right,
he's
right.
watching a video, right? He can just watch a video.
Hmm.
But when you listen to a podcast, you can get your work done and basically play the podcast in the background. So I think it would be much easier to consume podcast content rather than a video content.
Exactly, because there's like a lot more visual cues in a video, right? Because
Yes.
there's
And-
like flashing
yeah,
lights in the video
to,
and stuff.
Like follow the storyline of a video, you need to like just completely commit to the video rather
Right.
than. But podcast, you can just listen.
It's
and
pretty much like a
get
very
your-
involved experience when it's a video,
Yeah.
but
And yeah, so tell them what can we expect from the podcast.
oof, okay. What can we expect from the podcast? That's a very good
Absolutely
question. Nothing.
Nothing.
We don't want to
Here's the thing.
promise anything.
One of the major ground rules before starting the podcast was we don't have a
We don't have any schedule.
we don't have a set schedule.
We don't have any real content per se. We don't have any planned
we
content.
can't be like new video out every Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, exactly.
one of the major reasons for that would be this podcast is something for ourselves.
Right.
Like, I don't know, like if you have a hectic week, hectic month, or something like that, for letting off steam, and we could just meet up, chat, but it's just recorded.
Exactly. We basically just wanted to rant in front of an audience.
Yes,
We're,
guys.
ve-
So
we're
this
very
is
dramatic
our,
like that.
This is our daily life, and any educational or advices we are giving is basically our YouTube recommendations.
Exactly. This is, dude, our entire personality is based off of YouTube at this point. It's actually really funny.
So, by the way, let's start off from the start.
Yeah.
We met at, I think I know you from school, from 6th grade.
Sixth sounds about right. Was it fourth? Sixth, right?
6th, yeah.
Sixth, yeah.
And to be honest, Siddharth, I don't think I would consider like we were that close, right?
Nah, I thought we were best friends, Shreyas. What is this?
Don't make this awkward.
Nah.
I just said, okay, that's awkward. Hey, no,
Damn.
bro, I consider you as a best friend.
Hey, bro. No, because like I don't know. Back in sixth grade and stuff, we used to sit together a lot,
Yeah.
and like
we used to share lunch and
exactly like
all those. Yeah.
I think back in sixth grade, like now in 12th grade and stuff, you find like a lot of very like open-minded people that you can have like very good conversations with, where you can kind of bear your heart out. But back in sixth grade, one of the only people I could do that with was you.
Cool.
I don't know, because like yeah, I felt like I could basically tell you anything. Right?
Okay.
Did you feel the same way, bro, Shreyas?
Yeah, I did.
Damn.
No, but it's really cool. And when I got to know that we'll be attending the same college, instantly it clicked that you could be the co-host.
Exactly.
And I really wanted you to.
Cause like I saw your name in the Telegram group, and like my brain flashed immediately. I was like, wait a second, I think I know this guy. And I messaged you and I was like, wait, is this Shreyas Golsangi from CMR sixth grade? And you know,
It
you
happened to
responded
be.
with it just happened to be him, and you were very specific about having me as a podcast host, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was very actually I value like in-person meetings more.
Right,
than
right.
Online calls and video calls and stuff.
Exactly.
So the first text was, "Hey Siddharth, do you remember me? Let's meet up in CCD." Actually, what was your thoughts? Like, what was your honest thoughts when you received the text?
I'm not gonna lie again, because I hadn't like seen you in so long. I'm not gonna lie. So among all of my friends, like even though like I have friends that I've known for longer than you, my parents remember you most because I went to your place to get notes one time in like
Oh damn.
right. I think in like damn, what is this, sixth grade, sixth or seventh or something. I missed like a day of class.
7th.
Yeah, so now my parents like know your name forever. So like I don't know, like I thought I wasn't that like threatened in any way. I wasn't like weirded out.
Okay.
Yeah, it just felt right.
My first, when I think back, the fondest memory of Siddharth is we had a field trip to Nandini Milk Factory, I guess. Do you remember that?
Like the milk production factory place.
Yes, yes. And so basically, the host decided to give us buttermilk packets.
Yeah, because like
And my guy, you're down like a liter of buttermilk, like at least 5 packets, and you claim that you don't remember?
yeah, I don't
But I doubt
remember
that.
this, mate. Like I'm sure I would remember, because I didn't used to like eat or drink a lot back then. So I'm pretty sure I would remember if I did this. But then again, I was also very dumb as a child and very forgetful. So like there's a decent chance I just did this and forgot.
Okay, first of all, to give you context, we are 2 Indian kids
In the same college.
in the same
course.
college pursuing BTech degree, which is apparently super rare in India.
Oh yeah, bro. It's like it's the rarest thing, bro. It's like cows, bro. They're like super rare right now.
Fine, if you don't get our Indian sarcasm,
Yeah.
it's basically what everyone does here after the 11th or 12th.
Yeah.
And we both are in the same course, Electronics and Communication Engineering.
Yep.
And I don't know, this podcast could serve as a guide, not as a guide, not academically of course, but I don't know what our juniors could expect, and people who have already graduated to listen to us, and I don't know, rekindle fresh.
Pretty
old
much,
memories.
yeah. The point is that we're trying to document our experiences through college so that people that have already passed out can like relive their memories with us,
Yeah.
and the people that are just getting into college
Know
have a
what to
taste of what's
expect.
happening. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So our episodes, as I said, we don't have any schedule, and guess what? We don't have any scripts either.
Exactly.
We are winging the whole thing.
We are
'cause-
so out of water here, mate.
Yeah,
Like very fish out of water vibes.
because we are lazy and
Oh, mate. Yeah, if we showed up here, like, so Shreyas showed up to my place today and we decided we would record. And we decided, you know, we would record at like 5 maybe. It is 12:55 in the night. We really, you know, we really didn't do much.
procrastination at its finest. Anyway,
Yes.
yeah. So our plan was our episodes would have like the basic structure of episodes. Most of it would be our daily life, our college situations, what we're going through, what you can.
Exactly. Just us ranting.
Yeah, and to keep it little bit interesting, we'll add I don't know, conspiracy theory part.
Yeah, again, the point is that since college spans like a very, very wide variety of things, we'll just talk about what we're doing at this point.
Okay.
So, book reviews, conspiracy theories,
And
anything that catches our fancy, we will talk about.
Sure, and yeah, we'll have like a conspiracy theory part where we'll not discuss, but I don't know, talk about different conspiracy theories and
Pretty much.
Basically
You're
ask
actually
each other's view.
You're very into conspiracies, though, right?
yeah.
Because like Shreyas came up with the idea one day. It was pretty out of left field. I was trying to wonder like where this came from. He was like, "Yo, you like conspiracy theories, bro."
Yeah, and today, let's start the conspiracy theory part. So we're recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Yeah, so guys, we just pause and listen to all the parts. So people who made it till here, thank you.
Yeah, genuinely, thank you.
But I just noticed that Siddharth's voice is so much better than mine,
Man.
and there are many pauses and gaps when I'm talking. Basically, I'm like,
Yeah, that's something we both have to work on because I say like a lot, and
yeah. I think the problem is when I'm thinking, I just don't think. I say
yeah, that's it. It's something you have to work. Like it's something you have to consciously work on.
Guys,
as
it's
you,
our first podcast.
Yeah, it's our first podcast. You know what? Bear with us. Yeah.
Okay.
You want to say it together?
Fine. Anyway. Yeah, about the
Conspiracy
podcast.
theory.
Yeah, we had a lot of in-person meetings, right? Like for catching up after.
We did.
during
So,
December.
yeah, again, Shreyas was very particular about meeting in person, and I can see why after it happened because, so meeting in person means that, for starters, there's no lag and there's no like.
Yes.
It's not like you putting up a fake personality in front of
Yeah,
like
and you
a
can
WebEx
actually
meeting.
put your point across very easily.
Exactly, yeah, because like the other person can see all of you, so it's pretty much a lot more.
And I
true
wanted to see you, Siddharth.
Yeah, even I wanted to see you, bro. Very long time. Man pulled up. He's exactly 5 inches taller than me.
With absolutely no facial hair, even after 5 years.
Fair. Even I have no facial hair, mate. We're all very non-manly here.
And yeah, I think we met at CCD, Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, the
places like
cafe
that.
coffee day near our old school,
Yeah.
around there,
Yeah.
because we were both very familiar with the place.
And I don't know. I think we started the logo idea, or
We started talking about, for starters, how we've been throughout like the last 3-4 years, because we hadn't met for that long. And yeah, then you brought up the podcast, and I said like yes almost immediately because it sounded very fun.
yeah.
And but also what really got me was the fact that you were so like devoted to this podcast because
Oh wow.
No, because like you told me how you had all these notebooks filled with ideas and how you've been wanting to do this for like the last 2 years, and that was all very inspiring for me.
Yeah, but I had this idea from 11th. And
Right. 2 years.
people who are familiar with the Indian education system, it would be the dumbest idea to start a podcast in 11th grade.
Right.
So I had to wait, and when I got to know you're joining the same college, it immediately clicked that you could be the co-host.
Exactly.
And 9 months later, here we are.
Yes, our very, very dirty baby that we're still very much getting used to.
Yeah, and you want to start?
Okay, conspiracy theory. So, our conspiracy theory today is based on the concept of planned obsolescence.
You heard right. Planned obsolescence.
Planned obsolescence, yes. You have
So here's my statement.
right. Make your case.
So Siddharth, we
Okay.
can't have nice things in this day and age.
Why not, Shreyas?
By nice things, I mean longer lasting, better quality, or is a major improvement from one model to another.
Okay.
It's because of what these MNCs call as planned obsolescence.
What is planned obsolescence, though?
Since you asked, and this is totally not a scripted
This is totally
show,
not scripted. We totally don't have this written down somewhere.
as you can clearly not hear me searching my notes.
Yes. There's no pages flipping.
By the way,
here.
I have handwritten notes.
Exactly. Yeah, you were like watching the video and taking them down. Very, very cool.
Yeah. So basically, I'll tell you a case
Okay.
that let's take light bulb. Okay.
Okay.
So there's a light bulb in Livermore, California that still runs, which is running from 1901.
Oh. Wait, so it hasn't been switched off this entire time?
Yeah, it hasn't been switched off. I mean, it has power backup and generator and all, and it's constantly monitored, and it hasn't been switched off, and it's still in working condition.
Oof.
And I mean, like the bulbs we have now, I don't think it works that long.
Yeah, there's no way a bulb in this day and age is going to stay on for that long, right?
Here's why. We had better light bulbs in 1901 than we have in 2021.
Even though technology has gotten better?
Yeah, once you hear it, it doesn't make sense. Like, as time progresses, your technology
Yeah,
has
you
to
should
improve.
technically have better light bulbs.
But here's the thing. So, the big companies like Philips, General Electricals, they realized that there was a major problem. First of all, making a light bulb is really difficult.
How? In what way?
Okay, first of all, making a reliable light bulb, engineers had to find a way to make it long lasting and I don't know, power efficient.
Right.
So what they came up with was innocent light bulbs. So in these bulbs, they're basically a filament which
Okay.
heats up,
Right.
and the electrical energy is basically 90% heat,
Mhm.
and light is basically a byproduct, which is like 10%.
Exactly, yeah.
So, and like at these light bulbs basically reach temperatures to about 2800 Kelvin. That, here are some numbers which we quickly googled.
Okay.
That's like
Real
half
quick, yeah.
of the sun's atmosphere.
I mean, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
So here's how they overcame the problem.
Right.
They made a vacuum. That's easy.
Right.
So it doesn't burn. It doesn't react with oxygen. It doesn't
Makes
burn.
sense.
And yeah, so basically these light bulbs, which the one which is running from 1902, that light is basically a byproduct.
Right, because the main, like, product
Was
produces
heat.
heat. Right.
Yes. And so engineers grinded their way, made the light bulb pretty efficient, and but here's where the businessmen came in.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a meeting in Geneva, Switzerland, and which basically every major company like Philips, General Electric, Osram,
Okay.
everyone attended. All
Starting
the
to
CEOs
sound,
and had this big meeting.
Starting to sound very shady, but continue.
Yeah, it is. So hear me out. They had this meeting basically saying that we made our products so good that customers are not coming back to buy new ones.
Oh, okay. So, since
So basically, the
customers-
product was
right.
so good that it had no defects and there was no need to buy a newer bulb.
Okay. Oh, so their business model is basically meant to stop after a particular point.
Yes. So here's what the businessmen, the men who have the money, ordered the engineers to reverse engineer whatever they did till now and make the bulb defective.
Oh, so people buy more.
Yes.
Oh,
So
wow,
all
okay.
these poor people who had basically worked day and night for making a better light bulb had to make a worse light bulb.
Ah,
It's the businessmen with us.
right.
Fine.
No, that's messed up. But it also sounds very familiar. Like this can't be like the light bulb industry can't be the only ones that thought this, right?
Yeah, it's not the only ones, by the way. And this was like top secret stuff, and they even named it Phoebe's cartel.
Ooh, okay. So,
So
this
there's
really
like a
is
cartel.
shady. Yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes. Basically, when your moment is called cartel, you know some shady stuff is happening.
Nah, yeah, this sounds very funny to talk about. Like, imagine people just walking around with suitcases, going like, hey, you got the stuff. Hey, yeah, bro, I got the stuff. And it's just light bulbs being exchanged.
I mean, it's not just light bulbs, but this Phoebus cartel was ended after 1939, after the World War II.
Why
But-
was it ended after World War II? Something
No, just the
about
cartel, like the people meeting up.
right.
Yeah, but
Oh,
the
right, because international relationships
Yes,
between
but the
two.
concept continued.
Right.
But here's the most like striking point: is these are businessmen who are purely motivated by profit,
Right.
but they had the understanding to work together. So basically, one guy can be like, "Yeah, sure, I'll make defective bulbs," but another guy be like, "Okay, when he's making defective bulbs, I can make better bulbs and basically own the market."
Right.
Like one guy could easily take his own route, but like these big companies realize that it's time to work together. Basically control the whole market,
Right.
and they finesse the system.
That's actually weird though, because I feel like monopoly laws should have stopped that, right? Because like I think, for example, in India, I don't know the laws per se, but like I feel like I remember reading in history textbooks that there were laws to ensure that a particular business or like a group of businesses didn't own more than 50% of the market.
Oh, there were laws, but once the whole market is manipulated,
Right. It doesn't matter.
you can
which new
manipulate the
company.
statistics. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and yeah, I'm doing the thing again.
Nah,
Let
but
me
like you
just-
aren't saying anymore. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, the cartel ended at 1939
Right,
after the World
World
War
War
II,
II.
but the same concepts carried on
Into what? Like another example.
into
give me
other
another
fields,
example.
like General Motors, right?
Right.
So until a particular time, they produced their whole agenda was you just have to buy our cars are such high quality
Mm-hmm.
that you have to buy it only once,
Right.
and all our newer products would be basically additional to our pre-existing products,
Mm-hmm.
which is a very bad business model, by the way.
Right.
And when they basically wanted to change, when they realized that after a particular like 30-40 years, when people who could afford cars had cars, there were no new customers basically.
Exactly. Yeah. They were basically killing off their own customer base in a sense.
Yeah, so what they decided was to basically make their old products feel outdated, so customers felt a need to be the trend, I guess.
Right. Like to
So here's the
basically make them
first-
buy more stuff.
Yeah, so here's the first way they did it was before that they released only cars in black.
Mm-hmm.
But then they switched on to different models apparently, which is basically different colors. That's it. They just played around with the colors.
Wait, just the colors, and
Yeah.
that was enough?
That was enough for a while.
Oof, okay.
And then they made very small, I don't know, advancements like, I don't know, steering wheel, leather seats,
Ah, okay.
but nothing really major. And they
Right.
got away with this.
I mean, yeah, people are invested in novelty, right? Like it doesn't really matter. Like technically, you could sell the same thing, just rebrand it, and people would still buy it. Because
True, that's
again,
true.
they all like novelty.
Yeah, and but like if you want the best example of planned obsolescence right now
Mhm.
is the Apple product.
Ah, iPhone. There was a big like scandal about this. I remember. Because
About there are many lawsuits filed
right.
for, like apparently when there's a new model
Mm-hmm.
or there's a new iPhone, basically like after 3 or 4 versions, the before ones were defect. Like when you wanted to, like the warranties are over, then you have to basically buy one, and the customer service would basically trick you like, yeah, instead of paying this, just buy the new one.
Right. The
Actually,
point.
I believe Casey Neistat's first video was
Oh, right, about the planned obsolescence, right,
Yes.
of iPhones.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I must have been like 10 or something when I first heard about it. It sounded kind of like sketchy. It sounded very sketchy. Did you also end up hearing about it when you were like young or?
No, my guy, I just researching about this.
Ah, fair. No, I mean, like, I don't know. I think my mom wanted to buy like an iPhone at the time, so she was all like very flustered by it.
By the way, I don't own any Apple product.
Ah, you are speaking to the owner of exactly one Apple product,
Okay.
which is the thing we're recording this on right now.
Yeah, and Apple was like faced with a lot of lawsuits,
Right.
and then they basically switched on to something which is referred to as dynamic obsolescence.
Okay.
What that is basically just making enough changes
Mm-hmm.
to legally be considered as a new product.
Oh, to legally be considered as a new product.
Yes.
Oh.
It's not, so there's no major technological advancement between models,
Right.
but to bring the sense of your phone being outdated model and you wanting to buy a new one.
Right. They like
There's-
switch up the colors, maybe vary up like the shapes of the camera or
Mhm.
something.
Yeah, and all this can be dated back to fashion industry, where actually if you think about it, there's no like real innovation in fashion industry. Think about it. It's either a funky color or like a small change, like, ooh, look, I'm wearing watch on my knee.
Right.
Or, not my knee, but watch
I
on
mean,
my,
no, I kind of get what you mean. It's not technically original. It's just basically trying to make do with what you have at this point. Because like if you vary it too much, then there's a decent chance people won't like it.
Yes. So basically, it's derived from there.
Okay.
And but this really harms the, I don't know, technological aspect and advancement of the field, like electric field or any field basically. Because
Right.
when you aim for selling more number of products rather than better products,
True. I mean, it does hinder. It does hinder advancement in that sense.
yeah. But there's one positive aspect to planned obsolescence.
What?
So basically, during 1929, I have the numbers written down.
Mm-hmm.
During the Great Depression, the government gave lifespan to daily products, basically
Okay.
saying that after this many years,
Mm-hmm.
it's legally broken.
Oh.
So you would be forced to buy a new one. That would create demand, and
Jobs in a sense.
basically, yeah, when there's demand, they would create more jobs in the manufacturing industry.
Right.
So this is one way in which planned obsolescence worked out
Right.
to create more jobs during the depression.
No, right. I mean, because like technically, if everyone ends up having something and like everyone has products that last them forever, there's no real need to go buy new products. So that basically, that what kills jobs for a lot of people that are making these products. That kills jobs for a lot of people that are analyzing these products. It basically puts a standstill to civilization in a way, right?
It does.
Right.
I don't know, man. Why can't we just have nice things?
Exactly. Why can't we just have nice things?
Okay, to smoothly transition into the next part.
Yes. This is incredibly smooth.
I guess we could talk about our living situation.
So as of now, me and Shreyas are both in the same college, but we live slightly different.
500 meters apart.
500 meters apart, exactly. So you live in the hostel, which is right inside the college, and I live with my friends in an apartment, which is arguably a lot better. I'm not.
See,
gonna-
you're living every engineer's dream.
Yeah, this is like. I wish I could, act like this is all bad and like somehow smooth road, but nah, this is so fun.
Guys, he's living in a 5th floor of an apartment with basically a perfect view of the city
Yeah.
from your balcony.
Mm.
Have the perfect sunsets,
Right.
and
Nah, it's such a vibe, mate. Just make coffee, sit down, watch the sunset or the sunrise, depending on which one we're
I'm
closer
super
to.
jealous.
Yeah, you mentioned this a lot, mate. I mean, yeah, we are. There's a lot of things we have to consider though in comparison to hostelites, because you guys get your food is paid for.
Yeah,
so
but
you
here's
don't
the
really
thing:
have to
like, we
worry
don't
about-
have to worry about a lot of like our food, our laundry.
Correct.
stuff like that. It's all
we
taken
used
care
to-
of.
Like since we live together and like there's no real rules in a sense, we have to keep tabs. We have to go get water. We have to go get, if we decide to cook, we have to go get ingredients and like make sure that we cook everything right, and then we have to go wash the dishes after. There's a lot more logistics, I think, in living in an apartment. Like it's a lot more free, but again, it's like the difference between living as an adult and living as a child. As a child, like like your food is accounted for.
Okay, so I'm
Like-
living as a child.
Oh yeah. No, I mean not exactly, but I mean like there's a lot more things you don't have to account for when you're a child, right? Like for
Yeah, true.
example, as a child, again, you don't really have to worry about food so much. You don't really have to worry about laundry.
Yeah,
et
I mean,
cetera,
like, I
versus-
would prefer like a set, like at this time you have dinner, at this time, like everything taken care of, so that there's less things to worry about.
Oh yeah, fair. No, we don't have that. We sleep when we want to, and we wake up when we want to. Class starts at 8:15 at college, and we wake up at 8. So
And you do make it by 8:15, right?
we do make it approximately by 8:15.
Though that's really impressive.
I mean, it's more like 8:15, 8:20. But that's what, for us at this point. It's basically a struggle between. It's a game show, where it's like, do I take a bath or do I eat breakfast? It's not fun. I mean, it is fun, but it comes with its drawbacks.
I mean, like, how do you cook? What do you eat? What do you cook in a day? How's your day? Take me through your day.
Okay, so again, so class starts at 8:15. So we have very gracefully decided that, we require time to get up and time to get ready. So naturally, we wake up 10 minutes before class starts. We kind of rush through the morning, mate. So it's either breakfast or we take a bath. Usually, I'm not gonna lie. I think since I started staying here, it's been like 3 weeks. I don't think I've eaten breakfast at home more than 5 times, like throughout the entirety of this 3 weeks.
Okay.
I also don't think I've taken many baths, which is not something I want to be admitting on a podcast. But
Dude, this is gonna be forever. You realize
yeah,
that,
this
right?
is gonna be forever. I know for a fact I'm gonna, like go for a job interview and they'll be like, so I hear
Yeah,
you
so
don't
see.
take baths.
I can attest to the fact. Yeah.
Yeah, I can attest. No, I can't even lie about it because it's on the record. But yeah, so it's a lot more. if you aren't a very responsible person, then not a lot of things are going to happen. But the rest is pretty normal. I think like college is the same, like regardless of how you get here. But it's like 12 in the night, mate. So I'm a very yawny person right now. But I think after living closer to the apartment versus living at home affects the way I stay back at college. So normally when I used to stay like 29 kilometers away, I would have to think about getting back to college. I would have to think about getting back home and how long.
Yeah, I mean,
that'll
commuting is easy.
Right.
In 5 minutes, you'll be on your bed.
Exactly.
After
But more
college ends.
importantly, though, it gives me a lot more time to study. So my college, especially, I'm really lucky. It has like a designated room for studying.
The 13th floor.
Yeah.
The infamous 13th floor.
Famous 13th floor, with like a gigantic chandelier on top and like very fancy lights, and like it's overall a very good vibe to study in.
And you get good food there.
What? Oh yeah, the canteen is
canteen.
like right next to the like the room where we study, but like we can't bring food into the room. But so the point is, when I used to stay 29 kilometers away, I wouldn't be able to study in this room because I have to think about going back home, right?
Yeah,
But now
true,
since
true.
we live here, class gets over at 3:30. You start studying from 3:30. You can stay till like 5:30 in this room. So that's a solid 2 hours of studies per day, which is, I'm not gonna lie, it's very freeing. Then you come home and maybe study for like another hour. You're set for class, mate. Like there's nothing a teacher can ask you that you won't know if you're genuinely studying.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, it's the same for you, right? Since you live like right here.
yeah, but it's more like I don't spend time studying unless it's
Okay.
like a week or two before ISA. But I have to say, I do spend time pretty productively because I get most of my job done before ISA, like a week, no, not a week, like 3 days or 4 days before ISA. But we don't need to talk about how we study
Right.
on the podcast. I don't think people
Ah,
are
yes,
listening
yes,
to
nobody
that.
really cares about their studies here. We're all college students.
Let's move on.
Right. Let us indeed move on. But now living in a PG is it's pretty fun, mate.
True. But anyway, yeah. So we are thinking to have guests in the future for our podcast, right?
Right. Yeah. So here's a couple of things you can expect on the podcast. Guests. Because what podcast is complete without guests.
Yeah. So, but it's not like famous, like influencers or celebrities, because we are not like Joe Rogan and all.
Exactly.
We can't get
we're not cool, Shreyas. I feel like we should get this out of the way first. Like we don't really know like very cool people or it's
but
basically going to be a recurring
our
cast of
guests
people we know.
would be they're on for their character.
Exactly.
I guess that's why people could listen to us.
No, yeah, because the good thing about living in college is that everyone here is very eccentric. They've had 18 years to develop a personality.
Yeah, and
So-
there's no shortage of characters.
Exactly. There's no real shortage of like the real characters. Like the kinds that you would 100% read about in a novel somewhere.
Yeah, I mean everyone has their own place.
Exactly. So, like, I'm pretty sure anyone we drag out of our college, if we like pick a random guy off the college and
Yeah, they will
bring
have
him
a
here,
story to
they will
tell.
have a story to tell. They'll have a perspective to bring. So, yeah, we will basically have mainly college students as guests. We might have the occasional, trend setter or
Yeah,
groundbreaker.
and like when we're going into like meetups or technical fests,
Right,
we
we'll
could
try
bring up some senior who's graduated, maybe who has his own startup.
Mm-hmm.
We could dedicate that episode as a guide for juniors.
Right. So the more, honestly, it would be really nice if we could get people that are very good at their field, so that they can provide a lot more insightful.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the good things of not setting a schedule or the theme for your podcast.
Exactly. Yeah, we have a lot more time to set this stuff up.
Yes, and we can basically cover all grounds.
Right.
Yeah, and here's the thing: like people who are not free to talk,
Mm-hmm.
like our guests, who this would be the first, I don't know, podcast they're recording.
Right.
I was planning like a pre-karaoke session.
Yeah. So
I don't
this is
know.
one of Shreyas' genius ideas that he noted down in his notebook 2 years ago.
So we could just play their favorite song
Right.
and they could sing their heart out. Basically, they get in a rhythm of speaking into a mic or
Exactly.
speaking in a continuous,
Because that's one more
tempo.
thing we noted when we stopped. Because like Shreyas and like I'm used to holding mics on stages and stuff by now, but like Shreyas generally tends to move his neck.
Oh yeah,
like
my
this.
head
Yeah.
goes from here to here.
Yeah, if you can't like look at us right now, Shreyas is moving his neck while keeping his hand still. So this is all.
And I don't think my sentences are continuous. When
Right.
when I think I add a lot of
Yeah, that's all like stage presence stuff that like I think we'll both get used to eventually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like our 5th or 6th episode will be Joe Rogan level, bro.
Exactly, dude. We're going to be able to talk to anyone at that point.
Yeah, so our 5th guest will be Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to start getting some mad people here soon.
Yeah, so about the karaoke session, so it's basically to open up and
Pretty much, yeah. So the
and
karaoke session would help with the movement and like
to
comporting
basically
yourself with the
and
mic.
initialize the vocal cords, like start speaking something into the mic,
Right.
be more open, and then after the session they feel lighthearted and they could express their thoughts in a better way, I feel.
That's true. I think it'll get people out of their, not really out of their comfort zone, as in it'll get people a lot more acquainted with the system and like how we do this stuff.
So that was one of my genius ideas.
That was one of your genius ideas. Do you have many more genius ideas you
Yeah.
would like to share, Shreyas?
Yeah, please continue listening to all our episodes to
Yes,
listen
yes,
to all
yes,
my
yes,
genius ideas. Anyway, so Siddharth, what's the big dream? Like after 4 years?
Oof, okay. So engineering college here lasts 4 years. So what I want to be doing after 4 years.
So should we explain like our education system? Because
as
of
in-
all the international audience listening to us right now.
It might be different. I think college is 4 years everywhere though, right?
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. It could be 3 years in some
Yeah,
places.
but it's funny how
like,
I assume that we have international audience.
Oh yeah, no, fam.
Mostly
we
all
have-
our audience know us by our name.
Yeah. We're totally going to do this from like New York someday, and we'll have.
Yeah,
like,
anyway,
tons
we'll
of
just give
people
like a
listening.
2 minutes brief on how it works.
Right. So,
Let's give from high school.
Okay, from high school. I'll handle high school. You handle college.
What?
I'll handle high school. You handle college.
Fine.
Okay, so high school is basically for us pretty much 4 years, no?
Yeah.
9th, 10th, 11th, 12th.
9th, 11th.
So this is what in an American high school movie you would call freshman, sophomore, junior, and then senior. So that's our 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. For us, 9th and 10th, like technically don't really matter. 10th matters because 10th determines the kind of 11th and 12th school that you will get into, and your 12th exam determines which college you'll get into. So we have 2 major exams, whereas I think in American school systems or like other countries it's more like 1,
Yeah.
because like to get into high school that's 1 exam and then that's 4 years of high school and then college, right?
I still think it's funny we assume we have international audience, but anyway.
Man,
Sorry to
yeah,
say-
we have to account for all of this, mate.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, you were saying?
Right, so that's pretty much it. So 9th and 10th, 11th and 12th. 9th and 10th is pretty much where you have science, all your subjects are predetermined. So you have science, social studies, like 2 languages, math, and it covers a lot of disciplines at one shot. Social studies is economics, history, like basically anything you could possibly be interested in. And once you're in 11th and 12th is when you get to start like picking your classes. Even then it's not really picking your classes.
Yeah, it's your
unless
parents picking your classes. It's
Fine,
either
I
medical or
guess.
engineering.
Yeah, and I mean, plus like if you're going by the Indian school system, which is CBSE or ICSE, that is you basically get to pick a stream.
Yes.
So stream is in you get to do either biology or computer science or
As your 5th subject, but PCM is
pretty much the same. Assuming you pick science, if you pick commerce, that's a little bit different.
commerce. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't. Yeah, we don't really care about commerce. But I mean, we do care about commerce.
Oh,
Commerce viewers, keep
my
listening to
guy.
us. Commerce.
That
we'll cut all this out. in
Guys, please
post-production,
keep
no worries.
listening.
Yeah, please keep listening to us.
Yeah, fine. Anyway,
But yeah,
we'll
no,
just
so-
tell what we went through.
Yeah, this is basically what we went through. So we got the option to pick, since we were planning on doing science, we got the option to pick between biology or computer science. Both of us are computer science, right? You were...
No, my dumbass took biology.
Oh, right. How was biology, Shreyas?
Here's my genius reasoning behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that this would be my last year to learn biology as a vast stream. Like
Right.
basically, when you take bio as
Mhm.
medical, it'll be more streamlined, right?
Kind of, yeah, because
Does
it
it
would
make
depend on like what you want to go into, right?
Yes. So I want to learn biology, and I wanted to give NEET as well. We'll come into that later.
Oof,
What is
okay.
NEET and JEE stuff?
Right. But basically, what Chase is saying was that he was trying to be both a doctor and an engineer at the same time.
Let's move on. Just explain
Yeah,
the.
logic is a little flawed.
Okay.
But
By the way,
because of that.
people who took PCMB and doing engineering, guys, we exist. Acknowledge our existence.
Your existence is acknowledged.
And people who are listening who took PCMB and want to do engineering, stay strong. Life's gonna get better.
Yes. I mean, but you did struggle with computer in your first year of college.
Yeah, but dude, YouTube helped me a lot.
Yeah. YouTube helps a lot in college, by the way. College, this is tips for freshmen. YouTube helps with basically all subjects, I think.
Yeah.
I started learning college. I started learning computers back in it's 6th itself. So to an extent, I kind of understood how the flow of any programming language should go. So in general, when I look at code, it makes more sense to me. So I picked computer science, which is a bad move because a lot of people that picked computer science with me didn't know a lot of computer science, and so it was basically me going out like.
By the
helping
way,
people.
you guys didn't write your 12th boards, right?
You also didn't write it.
No, biology people wrote it.
No. So CBSE computer science. I wrote all my board exams except for computer science.
So basically, I could have survived in computer science.
Yeah, you would have totally survived.
Fine, my life's a joke.
I
Anyway.
know, but like I think since we didn't write our computer science exam, it was all based on internals. I had pretty decent internals, and like the teacher knew that like I could write code, so she was like, "Yeah, it's fine, just pass." And I got like a 95 or something.
Flex. Okay, fine.
Yes, flex.
Done with high school.
Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much the gist of high school.
I mean, every student's dilemma is: should I choose college over branch over
Or
college?
college,
And
yeah.
that's for the entirely different
Yeah,
episode.
it's an entirely different episode.
Let's not give away all the content over here.
Right.
Let's drag it. But
Mhm.
anyway, first year of college, pretty dope. You meet a lot of people. Apparently, we didn't do anything because of COVID.
Yeah.
And it was online college for us. So, but we did meet. I think we socialized pretty well. I think we handled it pretty well. We had occasional video calls, group chats,
Right.
and yeah, more like I don't want to bore you guys with the curriculum because it's different everywhere. We are in a private university. Basically,
Right.
it has its own.
It kind of has its own curriculum to a degree, yeah.
Basically, the first year you'll have all common subjects, and because apparently for those people who would change their mind and join a different branch, and believe me, that's not common.
Yeah.
We study the same subjects, and basically your stream starts from second year,
Pretty much.
and that's where we are at, starting off second year, and
Yeah.
that's all I know about college life.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, mate.
I mean, I really didn't. The college life didn't hit me because all my life I've been waking up and going to class at 8 a.m. and coming back home at 3 a.m. And guess what our college timings are?
8 a.m. to 3 a.m., yeah.
Siddharth, I just noticed a very funny thing. Did you notice that the only scripted part of this podcast,
Mm-hmm.
which was about the conspiracy,
Right.
was so discontinuous?
Right,
But
versus this, right?
all our JE traumas were so like.
It flows better.
It was flows better because we just wanted to get it out of our.
Exactly. This is the ranting portion of the podcast, our fellow listeners. This is where we, just
Yeah,
kind
the
of go
one
ham.
the scripted part we prepared for didn't go as smoothly as.
Right, because
we
we were
planned.
pretty much reading off bullet points. and
But
stuff.
our 11th and 12th rant went pretty smoothly, I guess.
It did go pretty smoothly, yeah.
Yeah, so Siddharth, the big question, what's your dream?
Okay,
What's
yeah,
your-
because 4 years after this, I want to picture it, people. I want to be on a stage in front of millions of people, and I want them to be screaming my name and basically worshipping me. Which sounds very narcissistic.
No, it doesn't.
No, it is pretty narcissistic, but it doesn't really matter. I just really want it.
Okay, so that's the big dream?
That is pretty much the big dream, mate. For music, I have to be singing on a stage. That's the point.
Okay.
So yeah, I just wanna.
Do you
keep
wanna-
making music?
Wait, do you want to be a musician? Or you want to be like a part-time musician who like sings at nightclubs for fun, but use your degree?
Oh, beautiful question. So the point of the degree that I'm getting right now, in my head at least, this is how I've justified it, is I want to be very involved in the music making process, and I want to be as involved as possible. So as far as the performance aspect goes, that's more just building a personality. That's more like the more you live your life, you'll kind of have the personality, right? Like it comes with time. Similarly, musical knowledge also comes with listening to a lot of songs and just kind of practicing, and it comes with time. Now, one thing that I feel that an EC engineering degree would give me, like an electronics and communications engineering degree would give me, is a lot more insight into how sound is made digitally, which is something I'm very interested in.
Cool.
So synthesizers, like being able to dissect a sound and then kind of mess with it.
Wait, would you pursue MTech? Would you study, or would you look for a job after?
I'm hopefully looking for higher studies into more like sound design, etc. But I honestly don't know, mate.
Oh.
Like life is very unpredictable.
True.
I didn't think I'd be doing engineering either, but
Mm-hmm.
What about you, mate? What is your gigantic big dream?
The big dream, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically, like, I had this fantasy since I was a kid that I wanted to work in basically an organization related to space. NASA was like a big thing for me.
Okay, so space basically.
Yeah. Anything. If my degree would be used in any field which could be incorporated in a corporation which is related to space, that would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I basically have like a career goal and a personal goal. But my personal goal would be like, I just realized after 10 or 20 years, we'll listen to this.
Yeah, both of us are just like absolute.
Probably will be like way opposite. But
Yeah.
Anyway, coming up with point.
It's fine.
Yeah, my personal goal is more like, I wanted to own a beachside cafe.
A beachside cafe.
Yeah, this is like when I'm 35, 40
Fair.
with my significant another.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And
Uh-huh.
it's not going to be like a big cafe. It's going to be like a small, modest cafe. But I don't know. That's like one of my personal goals. But
I think
career
that's the
related,
dream, mate. Mm-hmm.
I would really be happy if my job aligned with my degree.
Okay.
And
Okay, so
if you
so
want like a
far-
company's name or the organization's name, it would be
NASA, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So far, among what we've learned in second year, which is really not a lot, we're basically like halfway through we're like a quarter way through second year, basically.
Yeah.
What do you think we've learned so far that would apply most to your degree? I mean, to the job that you want.
That cramming the night before helps no one.
Fair.
And coffee and caffeine is a really strong drug.
Mm.
By the way, any seniors listening, we don't know anything as much as you know. We're just like...
Yeah, no, we're all very stupid. We're trying to sound smart, but we don't know any of this.
Yeah, we just started. I haven't thought like that streamlined yet,
Okay.
but we see.
So the dream is to like go to space, or is it
No,
as
not
long as it's related to space?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not into astrophysics and like becoming an astronaut, but being involved in a space mission is
Okay.
more
You
accurate.
haven't really thought about how your involvement would happen. It's just that you have to be involved in a space mission.
Yeah, just have to be involved.
But I'm not gonna lie. That's a very cool dream.
Yeah. And I would love to be a part-time stand-up comedian.
Ah, right. You're very into listening to stand-up.
Yes. And I mean, the last event which happened,
Mm-hmm.
I had registered.
Oh, right.
The one you played guitar. in.
Our college holds like multiple events with respect to
Yes.
music and
Yeah,
stand-up
I think
and
I'll
stuff.
get my time.
Mm-hmm. You'll get your time, mate. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
But
Who do you
guys,
listen to,
people
though?
who know me in real life, look out
Mhm.
for my first performance.
Yeah.
I mean, the material is ready, everything's ready. Just give me a stage and mic.
You'll find one, mate. No, because I think like as long as you Google like open mic, you will find a crap load throughout Bangalore. We live in Bangalore, by the way.
Yeah,
Is this-
but
is this
I
too
want the
much information?
audience to be someone who I meet them again,
Right.
so they can be so they can hype me up even more.
Right.
I don't want
no.
I don't want them to be strangers. They listen,
Every
they have a
single
good laugh,
time.
and we forgot about it.
Ah, fair.
Who's a narcissist now?
I still think I'm much more narcissistic, but you know.
But yeah, anyway.
Anyway, I think that was it for our first episode.
Yeah, we just reviewed everything. I think for the first episode it went all right.
It went okay. We have cut a decent amount of this. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, there's a lot of editing yet to do,
Yeah.
but I mean it's our first episode.
It's our
Monica.
first episode. I think they'll.
Guys,
bear
it's
with
our
us
first
for our
episode. Guys, it's our first episode.
It is indeed our first episode.
Yeah.
You want to say it together?
Yeah, it
3,
is.
2, 1.
It is indeed our first episode.
That didn't even go straight. But yeah, I mean, it's our first episode, so it doesn't really matter. Not that it doesn't matter, but we'll do better from now on. I think we've done fine for the first episode. Right?
Yeah. And so, thank you for supporting.
Thank you so
We
much
do
for listening,
post
yeah.
on Spotify,
Yeah. Huh?
Prime Music,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube,
Yes.
and IGTV.
And IGTV.
And yeah, thank you for your patient listening. Keep rocking in the free world.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.